just got dropped off by our shuttle driver here at the visitor center for Mount Rogers, where we had got picked up yesterday. Had gotten picked up. So we're getting ready to blast off here. It's in the 30s this morning. It's about 37, 38 degrees. So here's where the AT takes off the road. So we're gonna hit the road and we're gonna slack pack today and see if we can knock out these 8 to 12 miles. So we'll check in with you later.
So we're about 2 miles in for the morning. We have steep coming up. It's a lot easier today because we're slack packing, which means we're just day hiking. We've got our day packs on, so we're a lot lighter, about 7 pounds, carrying about 7 pounds, that's with water and everything, versus our normal pack weight. We pack we're pretty light packers. Our base weight's around 17 pounds, which means that's what our gear weighs without food and water and fuel. But with everything, food, water, and fuel, usually for 3 or 4 days out, we're each around 25 to 27 pounds. So hiking with 27 pounds versus 7 pounds is a big difference. So we're hoping to make some miles today. It's a beautiful Sunday morning out here. It's probably, I didn't bring the thermometer with us, but I read last night about this focusing thing but it's our phones, it's the issue with them, which sucks because we got these phones specifically for this trip. And now this makes me really angry that it's doing that. But I don't think there's anything we can do about it. So anyway, just bear with me when it starts fuzzing out like that. Not a thing I can do about it. I thought maybe it was a setting or something, but it's not.
So we're about 2 miles in to our hike today, our slack pack, and we've been going pretty good. Took us about an hour and 15 minutes to go 2 miles, but even when the terrain's not up and down, this is what can slow you down, because you have to watch where you put your feet on every step, and it's just, you go through areas where 100 yards or 50 yards it'll be like this, and then it'll be less rocks and you can make some time, but then it comes back to these patches of rocks. So this one maybe get ready to slow down, but not really. Even when it looks a little bit better, there's still a good number of rocks, so you have to watch where you put your feet to get through it all. But that's part of it. All right, talk to you later.
Our first bears, there's 2 cubs, there's 2, you probably can't see it, but our first bears. They're gone. They stopped and looked at us and then ran off. Everybody's always like, aren't you scared of bears? And it's like, they're not gonna mess with you. They're a little more scared of you than you are of them. Just don't encounter them. So we'll let them move on out of the way. But that's cool. I'm sorry I didn't get it on video. I was trying to get my phone out. They were up on that little ridge right there. Right in there when we saw them. Anyway, very cool. Very cool. Yay. got kind of easy section right here, so I'll talk just a minute about gear. We're not carrying a lot today because we're slack packing, but main gear, our most important gear today is our clothes. So just a little bit about that. It's in the 40s today, so I'm wearing just some thicker leggings and a merino wool t-shirt, a merino wool pullover, and then Outdoor Vitals wind jacket, and it's keeping me really warm. I do have on some gloves that are fingerless gloves. They're made out of merino wool and possum hair, and they're really warm. Let's see, what else? Socks. We wear Darn Tough socks. They're merino wool socks. I'm talking. And our shoes, we both have on Ultras today. I wear Ultra Lone Peak 6s. Love them. They're Lone Peak's on about 8, the model 8 right now. I go on eBay and try to find extras, so I've got like 3 pairs stocked up. You can get about 500 miles out of your shoes, kind of like your tires on your car. They've got a life expectancy. I have one pair that's, I don't have one today, but they're close to the end of their life. And I've got 2 newer pair, one I'm wearing and one in the truck for later. Brent wears Ultras. Also, he wears Olympus Ultras, so, but we like those. And of course, the thing I can't do without, my main number 1 gear, is my trekking poles. Trekking poles are what actually got us doing this. A couple of years ago, Hannah and Cameron gave us trekking poles for Christmas because we do day hikes and stuff with them, and I was always stumbling and struggling and everything. So they gave us trekking poles, and that just opened up a whole new world for me because they just kind of help keep me stable, give me that security. And all while I'm hiking, I messed up on our very first day. I slammed one of my trekking poles in the truck door and broke it. Luckily, at the hostel we were staying in the hiker box, somebody left a pair of trekking poles. The tips were worn out on them, it was fine. So I used that for the first leg, and then when we got to Marion, went to the outfitter and bought some new trekking poles. So I'm set now, and feel good about that. But as we go along, I'll try to talk a little bit more about our gear, because that was something that we've worked real hard for the past 2 years to get dialed in, to get it right for us and what works for us. So we'll talk about that on other videos.
Wasn't that fun?
Ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs and rocks and more rocks. But that was fun. So this is what it's like hiking with the forester. We have to stop and do tree ID every once in a while. So he's always looking at bark. He's pulling a leaf and sniffing of it, stopping and looking at how big the tree is, what kind it is. Anyway, it's fun. He teaches me a lot. So yeah, today's just been ups and downs. Just came through there. Stopped to ID this tree. And then we're going on that way. says we have a view up here. So let's see if we have a view of Walker Mountain. Oh, wow. Wow. So pretty.
Probably up to in the mid 50s possibly today. I don't know. It's so shady down in the canopy that it's hard to tell, but we didn't bring a thermometer with us today. But anyway, it's really nice for hiking. A little bit of water there. Hasn't been a whole lot of water through this section. I mean, not that we crossed dry creeks either. There just hadn't been any water crossings. Hadn't heard any water running. So anyway, we've walked a lot of ridge tops today. Now we're down in the side of a cove, I guess. And it's not so rocky for a change. Actually walk and film a little bit. I'll video a little bit of what we're doing anyway. It's a perfect day for hiking though. And a lack of weight in our packs compared to our full packs really has made a huge difference to both of us. So keep your pack as light as possible. Anything you wanted to say?
It's been a great day. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
We just arrived at the Chatfield Memorial Shelter. And it is right on the AT, so you don't have to take a blue blaze off trail. This is the water source here, which does have a good flow. And they actually have a little PVC pipe installed there. Sorry about that. Anyway, but yeah, you got good water. Smaller looking shelter, but it'll do the trick. They're all different, really, each one. This one doesn't have any real tenting area around it. A lot of them have flat spots for tents. So you might get one or two there, but otherwise, not real flat. I don't see a bare food box here, but anyway, or a privy. This one's a little more basic. Yeah. Anyway, Chatfield Memorial Shelter. Trails in a rhododendron tunnel now. So nice and cool and shady. Not that it's hot today, but you can tell it's cooler in here.
So just 0.1 mile off the AT is a side trail that goes out to this area called the Settlers Museum. It's just an old homestead. It's kind of a museum. What? 1890 farmstead is what Brent says. And how far? We're 7 miles in, 8.2 miles in for the day. So I think we're gonna walk around here for a sec and sit down, and we packed out flatbread pizza we had left over from last night. So we're gonna have a bite to eat and then see fun. So we stopped here at the Settlers Museum, and there's nobody here. There's one family over there, but the house is locked up. But anyway, we got to sit on this swing on the front porch and eat our leftover flatbread from last night. So had a nice little time sitting there on the front porch and talking about what a cool farm this would have been. You got everything you need here. There's chickens down there, barn for your cows and horses. You got a root cellar, meat house, pasture over there. It's really pretty. I like to think about what it would be like to live like this. Such a simple life. It was hard, but it was simple. Kind of want that again. Be nice. Anyway, beautiful afternoon. So this is the old one-room schoolhouse. One of the churches here always leaves trail magic. I don't know this time of year if there'll be anything here, but it's your old one-room schoolhouse. There's a couple of hiker boxes over there. Really cool to think about. Really cool to think about. Yeah, we didn't expect any trail magic. It's not that time of year. There are very few hikers out and about right now. So we're gonna walk on across this field. And blazes, you can see it off in the distance there. So we're headed to Atkins, where we're gonna get picked up by our shuttle driver. See you down the trail. And it's back into the woods we go. So we're headed in. Yeah, after doing some small ups and downs, we came in on this old logging road. Looks like we might turn off of it though, right here. And just so you know, the way we navigate, the way I know that is, it says double white blazes right there. We were following white blazes. Those double ones means there's a turn or something to watch out for ahead. So I do see it splits, and it'll tell us up here which way to go. So basically just come down here and look up each trail for a white blaze. And I see one, so we don't go down that way. We're gonna go up this way. So that's kind of how we navigate. You can pretty much follow these white blazes. Well, not pretty much, you can follow these white blazes from Georgia all the way to Maine. We're following them northbound. So we're hiking down into Atkins, Virginia. It's we can hear the trucks and stuff on the interstate right here. I think we got about a little over a half mile to go to get down there where our shuttle driver's going to meet us, but that's where we'll pick back up tomorrow. You have to do this on the AT. We've got to cross the, have to get on, do some road walking because we've got to cross interstates and that type of thing, but we've got to cross I-81. The next leg we pick up, we're going to end right before the crossing, I think, and then we'll cross over I-81 and then head back up into the woods. But you got to get, if you're going to hike from Georgia to Maine, you're going to have to go across interstates, you're going to have to go across rivers, you're going to have to go across stuff where you got to get on roads and walk on those. But anyway, we're headed down to Atkins to meet our shuttle driver, and we'll see you down the trail. And another thing you have to cross over a lot are railroad tracks.
All right, so we're within a mile of, probably less than a mile from where we'll be picked up here at Atkins, Virginia. It's near the Interstate 81. You can probably hear the traffic. But so we walked about 11 miles or somewhere in that range today, and it was from road to road, which allows us to slack pack, since we didn't have to, we could be picked up on after a full day's walk of, sometimes the roads are just a couple miles apart. It doesn't make a lot of sense to slack pack that, and then sometimes they're too far apart, so you have to carry, you know, your overnight gear with you, spend the night, your food, everything, your tent. So we were able just to carry our day packs with water and food, and dropped off at one trail head and then be picked up 11 miles later at another one. So it worked out to be able to get that 11 miles without the full pack. So kind of an option that we have, and we certainly enjoyed it. It was more like a walk in the woods today. It was beautiful. So anyway, that's what we are about to finish up with. We'll check in later.